Headline news most affecting Abbotsford this week. A social media storm around tweets results in the appointment of Abby News editor to Chilliwack Progress in an interim editor position. A fatal car collision on Gladwin and Nanaimo. The Good Heart Powwow stars this weekend. And metallic orbs darting around the sky. All right, Abbotsford, let's get started. Paul Henderson, editor of the Chilliwack Progress newspaper, has been let go. A public outcry ensued last week over tweets by Henderson relating to a story about a child. The Progress, over the weekend, posted to Facebook the following. On June 1st, Chilliwack Progress editor Paul Henderson published a series of tweets that inappropriately and insensitively discussed a tragic incident involving a family and their young child. Black press media and the Chilliwack Progress regrets the actions by Paul and extends a sincere apology to the family and any others who were hurt by his actions. This incident is being addressed internally. Following this, social media was ablaze with comments on both condemnation and support for Henderson, who had been at the Chilliwack Times before merging with the Progress. In a statement from Henderson on Facebook, I do also want to extend a sincere apology to the family of the boy who nearly drowned, and I know it is too late. My point, which I know was insensitive, badly timed, and badly worded, was that I wanted people to turn focus to the first responders who helped to the men and women who are confronted with tragedy every day, with the paramedics, the firefighters, police officers, search and rescue volunteers. I did a bad job of that in a moment of frustration. To those who have wished for my demise over the last 17 years, you're welcome. To everyone else, I'm sorry I let you down. Ken Goodsword of the Abby News has been named as his interim replacement. And after the break, Abbotsford Company dashing to the rescue to stop wildfires. As fires start early in the province this year, Croner, out of Abbotsford last month, introduced the Dash 8 400AT to help battle blazes in Alberta. The Dash 8 has been in use globally in the last 2 decades, beginning in France in 2005. According to Abby News, Croner has 70 aerial firefighting aircraft deployed in 2023 fighting fires. Croner says the Dash 8 fills a growing niche in the aerial firefighting industry, capable of dropping up to 10,000 liters of retardant foam or water. Croner is also expanding its presence south of the border in Washington, as well in Alaska this fire season. Sadly, firefighters seem like a growth industry, but excellent to hear that a company in Abbotsford is making a difference. A fatal collision occurred in Abbotsford on Sunday, resulting in the death of a 58-year-old man. The incident involved a car and a motorcycle at the intersection of Gladwin Road and Nanaimo Crescent. The motorcyclist was transported to the hospital but sadly succumbed to his injuries. The 21-year-old female driver of the car sustained non-life-threatening injuries. The Abbotsford Police Department responded to the scene, and preliminary investigations suggest that speed was a contributing factor. The APD is working alongside the Integrated Collision Analysis and Reconstructive Service to further investigate the incident. Witnesses or individuals with dashcam footage are asked to contact the APD. Sumas First Nation is gearing up for the second annual With a Good Heart Powwow in Abbotsford. The event will take place this weekend starting Friday, featuring drumming and dance competitions, food trucks, a salmon barbecue, and more. The powwow will be led by Amia Yellow Oldman and Derek Silver, with Mike Sanchez serving as the MC and Dakota James as the head drum judge. Various competitions such as Best Dressed, and Team Dancing will be held, along with opportunities for vendors and volunteers. The powwow will be held at 2788 Sumas Mountain Road. June 11th coincides with National Indigenous Peoples Day. Harwinder Sandhu, Parliamentary Secretary for Senior Services and Long-Term Care, has issued the following statement in recognition of BC Seniors Week, which actually is this week. This Seniors Week, we honor and celebrate the great contribution seniors make to our communities throughout BC, from their insight and experience to their dedication to their families and communities. Seniors have helped to shape the world we live in and are a vital part of our society. He further stated that the government is committed to ensuring BC's growing number of seniors has a government that values their contributions and prioritizes their needs. The government has invested approximately $2 billion over the past 5 years to expand and improve quality care for seniors in BC, including investments in primary care, home health, long-term care, and assisted living. In addition, since 2017, Sandhu stated 1,150 beds and 14 new long-term care homes have been announced and promised. Many more exciting announcements to come. More information can be accessed through the BC government website. Okay, and now for our weird news section. Has anyone looked up in the sky recently and seen metallic orbs flashing by? I mean, obviously not right after a trip to the cannabis store, but if you have, take a picture and send it to Chill TV News. According to Global News and is being reported around the world, NASA and the Pentagon are reportedly baffled by metallic flying orbs flashing across the sky and around the world. Sightings seem to be concentrated around the east and west coast of North America, over the Middle East, and over the Pacific near the coast of China. They're approximately 1 to 4 meters in diameter, so pretty big, and generally spotted at between 10,000 and 30,000 feet, and emit no exhaust. At least that has been observed. A NASA panel studying UFOs and this phenomenon stresses these occurrences are not evidence of extraterrestrial life, which leaves the question, where is Will Smith when you actually need him? And after the break, we'll spend some time with sports. The Yale Senior Girls AAA rugby team repeats, winning the provincial title for the second time in a 41-0 blowout against rival Coquitlam. According to Abby News, the Yale ladies were additionally victorious last week against Mount Boucherie, 77-7 and 49-10 against Lake City in the semifinals. Such domination, they're like college basketball scores. Meanwhile, in boys Tier 2 AAAs, the Abbotsford Senior Secondary School placed third after losing 10-4 against Mountain Secondary in the semifinals. That tournament was won by RE Mountain, defeating Kelowna 31-28 in the final. And from the GoCascades.ca website, Jackson Jacob has finished in the top spot, pushing the UFV Cascades to a third place finish at the Canadian University College Championship in Komoko, Ontario. Jacob finished with a score of 17 under to win the individual title by 8 strokes over Liam Mosher of the University of Victoria. This has been the best accomplishment of my career so far, and I'm really proud of the consistency that I showed, Jacob said after his win. I have never had 4 rounds in a 4-round tournament under par before, and I'm super proud of that. With the individual title win, Jacob earns an exemption into the 118th Canadian Men's Amateur, which takes place from August 5th to the 10th at the Pulpit Club in Caledon, Ontario. Meanwhile, the UFV Cascades women's golf team took home 5th place at the same tournament. They posted a score of plus 77 over the 4-round event, with Emery Bardock finishing in 14th place, the top individual placing from UFV. Cody Stewart, Cascades head coach, stated, "Overall, we played 60 pretty good holes and some of the best golf that we've played this year. And when it came down to it, we just didn't have it quite in the last 12. We crept towards the podium, but unfortunately, we just didn't have it today." Coral Hamed achieved a team best 79 in the final round, but that wasn't enough to crack the podium this year for the team, who were last year's silver medalists. After the break, weather from Cari.
Thanks, Steve. We do have a mix of almost everything next week, starting with Friday's rain that's going to hopefully wash away some of that smoke, because the air quality right now is the worst that some of us have ever experienced. Though temperatures are going to get up to only, 27, not into the 30s yet, but Tuesday starting to cool off again. Wednesday, Thursday, there might be some clouds moving in. So for this weekend, if you have to go outside, make sure that it's just brief amounts of times because that weather quality is horrible. Back to you.
Thanks, Cari. A break from the sunshine and a bit of rain may be just what the doctor ordered for these dry conditions. Okay, and just a quick update from our fearless news director, Don Lehn. Just sort of close to getting out of the hospital and recovering nicely, but likely won't be right back behind the news desk for a few weeks. So you're stuck with me. He will, however, get back to writing the show, and I know the producers will welcome that. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.